What a horrible year WWE had in 2013. Possibly the worst they've ever had in company history. At least the worst since I've been watching. I mean, you look back, I'm a fairly new WWE fan. 2012 was my first full year of watching this company. And I look back at 2012, and you had Punk as champion for the whole year. I mean, you had Lesnar coming back. You had a good WrestleMania. This year's WrestleMania fucking sucked. So actually, I went on Wikipedia. They like post lists of champions or whatever. So I'm gonna name off all the champions here throughout the whole year. We start off with the WWE Championship. All right. So the first WWE champion, 2013 was, let's see here. CM Punk coming in as WWE champion, actually a legitimate champion, a good champion who can actually wrestle and was entertaining. Then it was dropped. Actually, I could pretty much remember this off the top of my head. Then it was dropped to The Rock. Holy fucking shit! What a shitty champion he was. He wasn't even fucking there. When he was there, it was just boring fucking promos. Then he drops to Cena. All of this is predictable too. By the way, he drops it to Cena in an average match that wasn't worthy of a main event of WrestleMania. You know, and then he supposedly got injured. I still am questioning whether that was legit injury or not. Then he just leaves like that. Then Cena dropped the belt to Bryan, which I was happy about. I was like, oh, this is a nice time to be a WWE fan right now. I mean, you had a good SummerSlam, you had a good show. I'm happy you gave the belt to Bryan. They actually did something good for once. And then Orton comes out, cashes in. Fucking bullshit. Talk about you had a legitimate champion there for about 2 minutes, and then it went right back to being boring, shitty champions who can't wrestle. And Orton's held the belt ever since. World Heavyweight Champion. Came in as Alberto Del Rio, and yeah, what a great champion he's been. Boring ass champion who's an average wrestler, maybe a decent wrestler. You know, probably not even. He's average at best. Then you drop the belt to Buried Swagger at WrestleMania. Then he dropped the belt to Ziggler the night after Raw. What a great moment that was. Yeah, fans were cheering. People in the YWC were happy. I was happy. Then gets a concussion. You know, alright, gets a concussion. You know, he'll be back though. We're fine. Then he drops the belt to Ziggler. It was just a retarded double turn. Everybody's praising the double turn. Fucking sucked, the double turn did. Because it turned Ziggler into a dorky, stupid baby face, and it turned Del Rio, then it turned Del Rio into a slightly better heel. And as a baby face, he was fucking boring. Now he's just slightly better. Then Del Rio fucking drops the belt to Cena at Hell in a Cell, predictably. It's funny because Cena leaves the WWE, you know, leaves, and he comes back. He gets injured, then he comes back and wins. Wait, hold on. SummerSlam, fucking gets injured, but he drops the belt. Alright, he doesn't have a belt, but he comes right back and wins a belt the second he's back. It's like they're just trying to get him the most belts in WWE history to say, oh, he's a 20,000 world champion. He's trying to beat Ric Flair. It's pointless. It's retarded. And now I think they're going to give him the belt at Elimination or at Royal Rumble, just so they could say, oh, he's whatever, 15-time champion. I don't even fucking know anymore. I don't even fucking care anymore, because John Cena's a piece of PG garbage. So anyway, yeah, Cena wins predictably. Then the titles merge, and of course, Orton. Why the fuck would they give the belts to Orton when everybody's saying this guy sucks, this guy can't wrestle, this guy's boring? Yeah, you know. Then they sometimes ask why they're getting 2.8 ratings, and who they blame it on? They blame it on the fans. Yeah, they blame it on us because we're cheering for the wrong guys. We're not passionate. You know, they sometimes tell us we don't cheer. That's what Vince McMahon said once. I was reading an article online saying, oh, the ratings are down because the crowds aren't lively enough. What the fuck is that bullshit? We're not lively enough because the product you're giving us is fucking boring as hell. Let me just briefly go through the U.S. champion. I guess I don't need this anymore. The other champions, IC champions. See, he had Wade Barrett. Yeah, what a great champion he was. Wade Barrett, what a fucking joke. Now he's doing some fucking retarded ass gimmick. Yeah, that belt's really done wonders for him. Then he dropped it to the Miz, I think. Yeah, like WrestleMania or some shit like that. Yeah, the Miz. Yeah, that's done wonders for him as well. He's a jobber. Barrett won it again on the Raw. Then he just kept jobbing. You know, it's pretty much another fucking retarded reign. Then he dropped it to Curtis Axel, which I thought had some decent matches as champion. I remember he had a good match against Kofi Kingston at I think it was Night of Champions. So Curtis Axel was a decent champion. Well, one of the only legitimate champions because he had Heyman at his side to cut promos for him. You know, he had a good entrance. He just looked like a champion with Heyman coming out at his side, you know. So I didn't mind Axel as champion. But it didn't do shit for his fucking career. Now he's a fucking jobber as well. Now Biggie Langston's champion, just a guy who can't fucking wrestle. You know, he's an alright wrestler. People are saying he's going to be the next John Cena. No, he's not. He's going to be, you know, I don't see this guy being anything special. He's no charisma at all. At least I haven't seen it yet. And he's just an average wrestler. You know, he's a big guy. Doesn't have hardly any power moves. Alright. And the U.S. title. Jeez. Can't even really remember because it's never even fucking defended. It's hard to remember who held it. Gotta get my grammar correct there. I remember it was like Cesaro held it. Then he just fucking jobs out of nowhere to Kofi Kingston. That just turned him into a jobber. It's like fucking. Can we get guys who are good wrestlers over? Can they get people who are entertaining over? No, they can't. They just gotta bury them. Whenever the internet community likes somebody, it seems like they always, or just anybody, whenever the universe gets behind somebody, heel or face, they just seem to bury him for some fucking reason. And, you know, Vince McMahon just must hate his fans. I think he does. Then, you know, Dean Ambrose won it from Kofi Kingston. Kofi Kingston's had like 12,000 Intercontinental and U.S. Championship reigns. He's never going to be a world champion, I don't think. This doesn't have charisma at all. You know, you can't see a guy like that being champion. Has no charisma. I mean, he's a decent wrestler, but he just has no charisma. I mean, I don't see him getting any more than a secondary title, tag team title. And Ambrose has had it for God knows how long. He hasn't fucking defended it in like 3 months, so it hasn't done shit for his career really. So enough. I think I got a note card here, just highlighting some of the points out of the 2003. Oh, I forgot to do Divas Championships. I think it was Eve had it, job to Layla, then just left like that. Or a job to Caitlyn, my bad, job to Caitlyn. Caitlyn, pretty boring Divas champion. Can't really wrestle that great. Doesn't have any promo skills. And job to AJ. Didn't really job, but lost to AJ, which I was happy about. Because AJ can actually wrestle, and she's very good on the mic. She's pretty good promo sometimes from her. So let's start off. First off, we had CM Punk versus The Rock at the Rumble. Yeah, this is going to be a great match. It fucking sucked. Excuse me. It was horrible. And to make matters worse, CM Punk lost. Job to a PG motherfucking Rock. And you had Cena winning the Rumble. Why? Fucking sucks. Why Cena winning the Rumble? Already won it. Give it to somebody who could actually, you know, get more out of the, you know, a younger guy who has their career in front of them. Then we had, you know, February to April, you know, after the Royal Rumble till WrestleMania time. Cena, you know, and Rock, this big feud, supposed to be a twice in a lifetime big feud. Rock wasn't even there. When he was boring. You know, half the time he was no showing Raw with, you know, and people are trying to justify him no showing Raw with the belt. What the fuck is that? Champion not there? Never fucking heard of that before. Then we had WrestleMania. Pretty much a piece of shit. Had one good match, one great match. CM Punk and the Undertaker. Everything else was either fucking, you know, everything else was not good enough to be on the WrestleMania card. Other things, you know, we had throughout the year. CM Punk leaves, comes back at Payback, wrestles a good match with Jericho. was happy about CM Punk coming back in his hometown. That was a cool moment, and he wrestled a good match. Then Rock leaves again with a supposed injury, which I still think is some. Maybe he got injured a little bit, but I don't think he tore his muscle off the bone like they were saying he did. Because you couldn't even tell throughout his match that he was hurt. So I think it's a big fucking fake. You know, it's just stupid. It never happened. Because I don't think he was willing, you know, to job to Brock Lesnar. He didn't want to do it, so he just fucking faked an injury and left. Then we had the Shield winning the belt at Extreme Rules. Good, you know, Shield. Some nice new tag team who were good, who still are good. You know, it didn't really, you know, advance them in their careers. You know, Ambrose already talked about them, the tag team champions, Reigns and Rollins. I mean, they're not any better than they were since Extreme Rules. If anything, they're probably worse because they've been jobbing out a lot as of late. You know, at Extreme Rules, they haven't lost. They haven't lost yet, and so they were probably more better at Extreme Rules than they are now. You had Ziggler. Wow, what a big fail he was. Wins the belt. Everybody's going gaga for Ziggler, including me. Then he just, you know, jobs out to Del Rio. Really? Fuck that shit. Then RVD returns, happy about that. Cool moment. Sandow wins Money in the Bank. Yeah, happy. Sandow's going to be world champion. Can't believe they're going to put the belt on him. Jobbed. Loses like every match throughout his Money in the Bank reign. Then cashes in on a one-arm Cena. Oh, you know, the guy has one arm, but he still fucking beats Sandow. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. Then Orton wins Money in the Bank. If anybody should be losing Money in the Bank, it's just a boring motherfucker. Wins Money in the Bank, buries Bryan. Bullshit. AJ already talked about her. Wrote down a bunch of things on this card here. Bryan, oh shit, has he been a fail? Oh, everybody's cheering for this guy on the internet, in the universe, in the crowds, everywhere. Everybody loves this guy. And what do? And they make him look like a fucking retard and bury his ass. Bullshit. Bunch of bullshit. Then we get some good matches at SummerSlam. Punk and Lesnar. That was a good match. You got Christian and Del Rio, a good match. And Cena and Bryan was also a good match. Just a fucking retarded ending there. With Triple H screwing over Bryan and fucking Orton cashing in. And the corporation takeover. Holy fucking shit. Did we have some boring promos. I mean, corporation. Just a fucking horrible fucking... Sorry there, my throat's getting fucking dry. Just a bunch of fucking horrible promos. Bearing everybody, taking up all the TV time. Stupid, retarded, ass corporation. Fucking suck. Corporation, go suck my fucking cock. Because you should not even be anywhere near television. People I hated in 2013. Cena, Ryback, Sheamus for the most part, Fandango, Triple H, Vince McMahon, Stephanie McMahon. And one other specific thing I hated, which I think was very underlooked. Remember when they mocked AJ with Vicky Guerrero? It was like, oh, I'm dehydrated. You know, AJ Lee collapsed at a main event or a live event because she was dehydrated. So they just mocked her on the next Raw. What the fuck is that fucking ass bullshit with Vince McMahon? What, seriously, is he fucking sick? Stupid, moronic, idiot, Vince McMahon. What a sick motherfucker that guy is for doing that. People I liked in 2013 who probably I feel should have got pushed here to wrap up this video. Sandow, yeah, they just failed with Sandow. A guy who has charisma, you know, not the best wrestler, but he's getting better. And they just failed with him. Ziggler, another guy who has wrestling ability, and they just fucking bury his ass. And he's not bad on the mic either. No, he's way better than a guy like Orton is. Punk, guy who's strived as a heel, has done great as a heel. They just turn him babyface, make him into a boring babyface. Make him an anti-hero or make him a heel, because I don't like his babyface character now. Bryan, I think I've already ran on that enough in this video and throughout the whole fucking, you know, me of having a YouTube. Bryan's been fucking buried in this bullshit. And the last one is Real Americans. You know, Swagger and Cesaro, both good wrestlers. Coulter's a good talker. They should just make him tag champions. Everybody's chanting, "We the people," yet they just bury him. So there you go, people. WWE 2013, a shit year.